Okay, almost there. No, that's the wrong one. There you go. Let me just check really quickly. There you go. Looks like everything is working. This light is way too powerful. Okay. Hello, people of the present, if you're watching this live, and people of the future, if you're watching a recording. And that's the wrong thing. There you go. Now, today is going to be probably the last live stream I'm going to do for Rebels Unite, because I'm almost done with the art. Maybe I will do another one dealing with the promo art or something along those lines. Maybe the designing the box, but I'll probably do that off stream. And this live stream will be without music because last time, even though I specifically went and searched for what's it called, public domain music on the internet, YouTube found some ways to give me copyright strikes and muted the recording, and I wasn't able to restore the last live stream to to its original state. So this time, since it's the last one and it's a pretty important one, I will do it without music. So let's see. Okay, we have somebody watching. Some people will start joining in soon enough. And today I'm going to finish the drawing, these two drawings, the man rebel leader and the spy, which is left kind of androgynous. Although he has a bit more of a manly body shape, but it's supposed to be ambiguous. All right. Now I'm as you know, this is Photoshop, Adobe Photoshop, and I've been drawing most of my drawings with Adobe Photoshop. But recently I have learned about a program called Paint Tool Sci, and I've downloaded it, and it's a lot better for drawing, at least a lot more comfortable for me. First of all, because it's a lot smaller and less, it takes up a lot less space. Okay, let's start with the skin color, skin tone. Let's start filling in the skin of this guy, which is unfortunate that the last live stream wasn't recorded. I mean, it was recorded, but it was muted by YouTube. But that's very frustrating. But anyway, I found this Paint Tool Sci, and I love it. I love the way the brushes work and how you have a blur tool, and everything works really intuitively for painting, digital paintings and digital drawings. But I will finish the art for Rebels Unite on Photoshop so that it all looks the same. And I will probably, once I start doing art for Multiverse Cosmic Conquest, which is going to be relatively soon, I'll move on to Paint Tool Sci. Now, I have a few pieces of news to deliver to you guys. Even though the weekly live streams, no, not weekly live streams, weekly sketch vlogs aren't weekly, and I haven't been able to release them lately these last few weeks. I have some news. First of all, since I'm almost done with the Rebels Unite, like almost done. This is the last thing that I need to do. Today I'm finishing up with the art. You'll be able to start pre-ordering the game, and I'm talking about tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, like really soon. And I've had some more opportunities to playtest Rebels Unite, and it turned out to be a really fun game for parties, for I don't know, school trips, and whenever you can gather a bunch of people together, it's a good way of getting people to know each other. For example, last time we played at a birthday party with 12 people, and not everybody knew each other, so we played Rebels Unite, and it was a really good way of socializing, basically. It was really fun. And also, I found out that there can be variants to this game, and the rulebook will include a few house rules that you can check out, and maybe it will turn out that these house rules, that you'll like the house rules more. What I'm trying to say is that there are a few different ways of playing it, at least a few different variations. I'm being a bit sloppy. No, but fine. It's totally fine. Okay. The coloring process is the least complex in terms of brain activity. I can talk freely and draw at the same time. That's not a problem. Usually, I put on music in my live streams, especially when I have to come up with the characters, or maybe ink them, because inking is, at least to me, more. I need to be more focused to do that. Okay, so we have the basic skin color, and I believe I have. By the way, you've just seen all of the characters for Rebels Unite. I believe I have the inside of a person's mouth. There it is. Although I don't think I have teeth, the color for teeth. I'll have to check. Okay, so this is the inside of the person's mouth. Let's just polish it up a bit. I will probably, once I've finished this live stream, I'll probably go back and added some little tiny details and fix minor details, but I'm mostly done. Oh yeah, I have a color for teeth. That's good. Also, the color of his, I don't know what to call it, his top half of will be probably a different color that I haven't used in any of the other characters, which isn't the best because I would prefer to reuse the colors as much as possible so that the entire palette becomes consistent. Maybe something will have to be redrawn. Something will have to be recolored. Because I'm thinking that this jacket, it's not a jacket, it's more of a shirt with, it's really strange, yeah, a V-neck t-shirt with 4 pockets in it. I wasn't really drawing it out of reference. I didn't have any reference for that specifically. Now let's think about his beard. I think it should be brownish. So we have this dark color with this mustache. We have this blonde color. This is white. Another blonde character, another brown character. So we have one character with lighter brown hair. I think we can use this color. Although let's try. Where is it? Let's try this color and see how that works, because it's a bit closer to yellow and therefore green, and I'm thinking that this thing that he's wearing can have a bit of a green look, although green probably won't look great. So it will be a very low, what's it called? Low contrast green, or maybe not even green, maybe a low contrast yellow that will look green compared to everything else. That's actually what I used for the policeman and policewoman's outfits. They were supposed to be blue, but blue also is really, really distant from the other colors in the palette, which is mostly oranges, desaturated oranges, yeah. So instead of using blue, I went ahead and chose a violet color, a purple color, and desaturated it a lot. And compared to everything else, it made it look blue. Am I live? Just to check. Looks like I'm live. Okay, everything is working then. Let's give him brown pants. Nobody has brown pants, right? Although, that's not true. That's definitely not true. Let's give him then some blue pants, blue jeans, something like that. Let's see how that will look like. Although, okay, let's keep this color here. Actually, here I'll be closer to the color of his V-neck shirt with unnecessary pockets sticking out. Let's go for a desaturated green color, darker. Yeah, that's not going to fly. Let's go for a more yellowish one, yellowish shade. Maybe we can even add a bit of saturation. How about this? This is a kind of a dirt color. Though it looks green compared to the brown, to the orangish background that we'll have. So I think it looks all right. Even if it's not the prettiest color, it works. Especially since he will have a nice red banner behind him. Let's try that at least, and we'll see how it looks like. If it doesn't look great, we will change it. I'm sorry, I started this live stream a bit late, so probably people who usually jump in at 7 p.m. or 4 p.m. GMT thought that I wasn't going to stream today. That's unfortunate. The reason why I'm late is because my computer is again throwing some tantrums, and the disk is again going to 100%, and I don't know what's going on now, what's the cause of this behavior. I thought that it was the Kaspersky antivirus, and I guess it was partially to blame, but after a while the problem just came back. So apparently it wasn't the only culprit. I'll have to probably get my computer checked by somebody, I don't know. I need to go to the doctor, computer doctor. Getting checked. Although at least Photoshop is not lagging today, so that's going to help a lot. Compared to Photoshop, Paint Tool Sai is so smooth, I can just draw whatever I want. So once I'm done with the Rebels Unite, which is this week, definitely, if not today, then I'll start drawing with paint tool psi. Which reminds me, this doesn't mean that this is the last live stream that I will be doing this year or ever. I will have a bit more time to work on Multiverse now, even though the end of the year is near and I need to work on my thesis and finishing university. But even so, I think I might have time to do one live stream a week on Multiverse, Cosmic Conquest, and that is a significant improvement from zero, like an enormous improvement. And I'm not sure what day to devote to Multiverse, probably Sunday, if it's going to be one day a week. So I'll probably go back to Sunday streams just like they were last year. Which is exciting. I also have a question. I'll probably post it on the Talk Arts Media forums as well. What do you think? Should I go live here on YouTube Live, or on Twitch? Because I'm not really sure. I guess that Twitch informs my subscribers that I'm going live by email. I'm not sure that YouTube does the same, so even though I send out a tweet and a Facebook post, that may not be enough to reach the entire audience. Sorry. Although on the other side, if you're a subscriber on YouTube, it's way easier to learn that I'm going live, because I mean, you just go to my YouTube page, although I don't know all of the details on how that works. So the question is, should I continue going live on YouTube, or should I revert back to Twitch? Also, another thing to keep in mind is that YouTube tends to mute most of my live streams with music in them, even though the website from which I take the music says that it's public domain and that it's free to use in any way, shape, or form. Turns out that it's not public domain, and or at least turns out that YouTube thinks that it's not public domain, and once YouTube decides to what's going on? Once YouTube decides to mute the recording of a live stream, at least I haven't found a way to go back and fix it. That's a shame, because I've lost a couple of live streams already due to YouTube muting them. Most notably last Thursday's live stream, which was a really good one in my opinion. Especially because lately I'd say that my live streams haven't been the most entertaining. It's just me drawing the same sort of things over and over. But we had some people joining in, more than usual. We had a lot of interesting discussions, but oh well. Didn't work out too well. Okay, so I think this is the same color that is used in the, it's used for wood here. That's right, so let's just use the same color. Now, you know, on second thought, I don't particularly like this grayish yellow color for his clothes. Maybe I will, maybe I'll find a different shade. But we'll keep it for now, and we'll color in everything else, and we'll leave that last shade for last. Okay. At this point, even if I go outside of the border, that's not a big deal because I'm drawing all of this base color on the same layer. So even if I overlap some of the other lines here, for example, that's no big deal. I can go over with the new color. Okay. And we're left with his feet, his belt. No, let's see. Let's go for a more silver grayish belt because this gray hasn't been used anywhere else except for these handcuffs. So we'll use it for his belt buckle, just so it isn't used in one singular place. And as for the actual belt, I don't want to add too many colors, so it will have to be a different color than this though. Let's use this color, which I believe all belts have been drawn with this color, yeah. No belt here, this one there, and no belt here. Oh, technically this could be considered as a belt, a ribbon. Okay. Well, at least these two colors match pretty well with each other. So that's okay. All right. Let's just fill this in as well. I guess we'll have to add a bit of shine to this gray. I think I have some colors that fill that role. Okay, I'm getting a bit sloppy. Let's zoom in a bit. Maybe there are a few, yeah, see? Some white spaces. Wow, yeah, really sloppy. Here and there. Although the card is so small that probably none of this actually matters. And maybe it's even better to leave a bit of humanity to the drawing by leaving a few mistakes in. I don't know. It's kind of an excuse, but you could say something like that. Okay, zoom out then, and let's go here down to the socks and the boots. Not really boots. Let's take this color for the socks, just to reuse the color. And the shoes will probably be a lighter shade. Kind of like, I'm thinking Timberlands, but that's probably too yellow. So a light brown. I'm sure I have a light brown color somewhere in the palette. By the way, that one message in the chat is left over from the last live stream. I'm not sure why it's there. At least it's on this page. Let's check if it's on the other. Yeah, it is. You can see it right beneath me. That's left over from the latest live stream. Also, let me see if da 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 bum 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 bum. Well, I'm not sure. Maybe this microphone is a bit too sensitive. Shouldn't be screaming definitely into it. Sometimes it's clipping. I'm just checking here. Okay. Anyway, back to the drawing. Let's go and find a different color. Actually, these shades are pretty well suited. Nope. No. Okay, the girl has the same exact boots as the guy. police officer. And here, nothing. So okay, let's use this shit. I think it's okay. Fits the job. I'll try not to use too many shades for these shoes that are a bit more complex than the rest of the character. They have a little bit more detail compared to the rest of the body, and therefore they may even focus your attention a bit more than anticipated and more than necessary, which is something you have to think about when you draw anything, where to put the details. In fact, that's one of the major rules of painting. You need to put more details and more contrast in places that you want the person who's watching to look at. Usually that is the focal point of the painting or of the drawing, so it usually is the face of the main character, if there's a character. If it's a portrait, obviously the face is probably the most important thing. Or it can be something in the foreground, usually. That's kind of one of the rules of composition. I never really talk much about painting and drawing in these videos, which is kind of strange, because I guess I could turn them into sort of a tutorial or lesson on how to draw and paint, even though I'm not the best at this, obviously. But I guess some people may find it useful, so it doesn't hurt. Okay, what if we take I'm thinking now, what if we take like this color, and color this in like that. Yeah, even if it's all the same color, I think it's better to leave it like that for the reasons that I just mentioned. Otherwise, it will bring too much attention. It will bring the eye to the shoes, which is not what you want to watch, what you want to look at. You want to look at the banner that says Rebels Unite, or the actual character, the face, and the central part of the drawing. That's partially why I put these 4 unnecessary pockets in there, so that there is a bit more detail on the chest of the main character, of the character of this image. Although they should be closer together for it to work more effectively, but still it works. Maybe a few creases would have helped, but it's fine. What do we have left? We have the banner, the flag. So for the flag, we'll go over to the other rebel leader. Take this color, and we'll use the same color here. Let's zoom in a bit in this area. And we can color in. Yeah, it is lagging a bit, but not nearly as much as usual. Also, I'm reminding myself that I probably should save more often now that my computer is so unreliable and could break at any moment. Save. not break, but it could stop functioning, which I guess it kind of is the same thing. So, one thing to keep in mind when doing these live streams without music is always bring some topics beforehand that you want to discuss so that people aren't forced to watch a live stream without any audio of a person silently drawing something or playing a game. Although, no, that's completely different. Once you start playing a game, there are a lot of visuals, and that's entertainment. That's the game itself is entertainment. So it's more engaging to watch, and it has music and it has all sorts of stuff happening. So in this sort of live stream, you have to constantly talk about something, and I have to confess that I don't have much to talk about right now. I don't have much prepared. Let's think about something. So yeah, I've talked about live streams for Rebels Unite. Speaking of Rebels Unite, speaking of Multiverse. So yeah, I'm going to start doing live streams for Multiverse again, and I'm thinking that the first ones will be similar, very much so to the ones I did last year, because for example, last year I designed the 6 symbols of the colors, and pretty much I still need to design them. I don't like almost any of them right now, so I'll have to redesign them. Probably in Flash, because I prefer Flash over, what's it called? Illustrator. Adobe Illustrator, which I used last time, and I honestly don't know all that much still about Illustrator. I was kind of winging it, and it would take a lot of time to do these things. So I'll probably do these vector drawings in Flash, if it works out. Otherwise, I'll have to learn Illustrator. So yeah, the 6 symbols for the colors, and then the new layout for the card. And that will probably be done in Illustrator because it has a lot of, it will have to be very thought out, a lot more than just the 6 symbols. It will have a lot more detail. And I'm thinking that, I'm probably talking ahead of myself here, but thinking that the cards can have no border. I kind of came to this conclusion recently that originally I thought that you needed some sort of border so that once you start printing the cards, even if the images are offset a bit, one from another, you'll get the entire image because there is this border of kind of space where it can bleed, and it can be off center a bit, and the entire image will still be printed on the card. But recently I found out that oh, come on. Pronto mamma, sono occupato, sto in un live stream. Dopo. Okay. Sorry about that. I found out by just engaging in conversation with people that print cards, now that I am about to print Rebels Unite as a physical game and ship it to whoever wants to buy it, that at this point there is barely any offset from one card to another. It's so precise that you don't really need any space to, any wiggle room, so to speak. So if we get rid of what was I talking about? The border. If we get rid of the border, we have a bit more space for the image and for the text. And I always like maximizing my space in anything. I am getting sloppy. So those will probably be my first live streams for Multiverse Cosmic Conquest. And I will probably do them before the next Let's Make a Trading Card game, which, by the way, reminds me of the latest test session, which was a fiasco. People stopped paying attention and stopped posting in the forums. That's, I guess, partially my... I'm partially to blame, obviously, because I've been so focused on Rebels Unite that I didn't fuel the conversation enough, and I didn't incentivize people enough to test out Multiverse Cosmic Conquest. I did get to test out a bit, not nearly enough. I came out to some interesting conclusions, which I won't go into right now. But yeah, it's been a fiasco, mostly because it's very, very difficult to test the game online. You need some sort of space where you can move around cards, and that has been done before, but I've encountered a few problems with it. Let's just say that. And I wasn't really all that committed to fixing them, just because of me being so occupied with Rebels Unite and university and all of these things are going on. Fortunately, we can just do this for the logo here. Almost, not quite. I'll have to do this manually. But with this, we are finished with the base color for this character. Although let's check how he looks on a background, the card background, and based on that, we may end up changing the color of his shirt and his cap. Now, let's save again. Then let's merge these two layers, because otherwise it won't work. For now, we'll merge them and zoom out a bit. Take all of this, copy, paste it there. Sure, okay. Yeah, it's very green compared to everything else. I think a more yellowish color should do the trick. A slightly lighter and slightly more colorful, so vibrant, and a bit more yellowish rather than green. Even though it's not all that green, but compared to everything else, which is very brownish, it looks very green. And especially compared to this red. So with that notion, let's go back, and it won't take as much to... actually, let's de-merge these layers, so we'll have to do this. There you go. Let's zoom in again. And let's select this color, and let's move it. You see, it's almost yellow, but it looked a lot more greenish on that reddish background. So if we just take a yellow color and go like this, it's going to be lighter and more, with a bit more saturation. Will that? Yeah, it will color in the thing. Not entirely sure about the saturation. let's see how this looks. Maybe I've gone a bit too far. Although, no, I don't think it looks too bad. Maybe a slightly less saturated shade will work better. But I think we're moving closer to the right color. Control V. Sure. Okay, I don't know what's going on here. Yeah, a bit grayer and a bit darker. So basically the opposite of what I just did. But at least it's not taking a lot of time to redraw, recolor this. What do you think? Still looks a lot greener. That's actually probably a lot better. Let's just as an experiment, let's take this color and see how it compares. So what's the bucket tool? Is it a K? No, that's not. G. Yeah, that's really different. Although, if we use this color, then we don't need to add another color to the palette. And it's kind of close. Though it's really yellow. I like this better. Okay, let's try it like this. Merge these two layers again. It's taking a bit of time, but stay with me. Okay, okay. Yeah, this color is definitely better than this color for this purpose. So, now that we have that information, let's go back, Control Z, Control Z. And now I think we accidentally filled in the belt buckle, but I think that everything else filled in quite well. Ah, there's this one line of pixels. Okay, I guess we can fix that pretty easily. Even though not that big of a deal, but we'll fix it. Let's go back into position. Take the eyedropper tool, brush tool, paint a bit over this line. Actually, might as well paint here as well. And there you go. Problem solved. And now for the belt buckle, we'll have to go to the woman police officer, take these. This is a gray color. Go back to the man and fill it in. Oh, I guess I could just fill it. No, it doesn't work. I'll have to do it manually. It's a close color. I guess the entire palette is really consistent. This color is slightly more yellow, so it looks greenish. If a shade is slightly more purple, it looks blue. That's the beauty of desaturated colors. I don't know what I'm saying. That's not really true. But these are also some tricks that you can use. Instead of making something blue, you can shift the hue to the blue side, but maybe do it halfway, and compared to the other things around it, it will look blue, bluish. Okay, and I think that, oh no, I'm almost done. We need to fill his eyes with some color. So we have blue eyes here and there, right? This guy has blue eyes, the woman has blue eyes, right? Light blue. This girl has brown eyes. The old woman has dark brown eyes. This guy has black eyes. I think we can go with maybe this color, just because it's a bit different. Oh, too light. Let's take a darker shade. It works fine. They don't all need to have different colors for their eyes. So here he is. Now we'll have to add a new layer on top of it, right? And let's start with the face again. This layer will be, as usual, for the highlights and the shadows. I don't have to divide them into two layers just because... Wait, where's the original? Here's the original. There you go. I don't have to divide them into two layers because they don't overlap, and I don't really need to do anything to them, so let's just keep it on one color. Okay, now this will require a bit more dexterity. Dexterity is a bit of an overstatement, but a bit more accuracy. Okay, so if it goes like that, need to keep in mind where the sun is shining from. And in all of these cards, the light comes from the same place, which is the upper right corner. So all of the shades are applied accordingly. Oh, looks like it's starting to rain. Let's close the window there. Did it actually help out with the background noise? Huh. It certainly didn't in my end. I didn't realize that I would have that sort of background noise. I'd have to check the recording and see if it improved it at all. Either way, go 1, 2 creases, keeping everything pretty consistent and pretty cartoony. Another thing that I said in my last live stream about Rebels Unite is that I was thinking of drawing actually, I don't know that I should be talking about this, but yeah, let's talk about it. It's just speculation. I was thinking I could draw a comic based on these characters, because I think I might come up with an interesting storyline, and this comic can kind of help out with the promotion of the game, even though comic books aren't the most popular thing ever. I mean, they're popular, but of course not as popular as cartoons or movies. But obviously, I cannot do an entire cartoon or a movie by myself, so the only real way to tell a story, if you're just one person, is to either write a book, write a novel, or a short story, or draw a comic if you know how to draw. So that's an interesting thought. Would you be interested in reading a comic about Rebels Unite? Of course, that comes with certain compromises. So I'll have to work a bit less on multiverse. So I guess that's probably a no from you. I don't have to hear your responses I'm pretty sure that most of my subscribers and followers are much more interested in Rebels. Why I keep messing up the names in Multiverse than Rebels Unite. So if you had to choose between Multiverse and Rebels Unite, you probably choose Multiverse. That's fair. But I think I can manage both at the same time. Do a couple of pages a week. And it won't be a long story. It will probably end in 24 pages, maybe 48, depending on what the story is. I don't really have a story right yet, although it's pretty self-explanatory what it could be about rebels uniting in a state that is corrupt and unfair to them. Can kind of be a mystery style comic, detective kind of style. Okay, a bit too dark here. Just keep the shadow there. I think that's enough shading for this, for the face, maybe a bit there. All right, yeah, probably a bit there. I'll have to do the highlights as well. Okay. 1 and 2. Now this will probably all be in the darkness, in the shade. How about the arm? Kind of makes sense. This shape of the shadow follows the hand. Oh, and we have nobody watching. Well, we have people watching. They're just not watching live. So you're all people of the future. You're no people of the present. Okay. What else? Oh, I know. Okay, I have another topic. Tapastic.com is a website for hosting webcomics. And it's relatively new. I used to draw these 24-hour comics. I used to participate in the 24-hour comic challenge, comic book day. And I used to do these challenges on a website called Smack Jeeves, which is still around. And it was kind of a way for me to draw comics, because I didn't have almost any free time to devote to especially a long-form comic. So that was a way for me to draw some comics, and I would just dedicate one day to it, come up with a story, usually on the spot, and they would be obviously terrible because they're done so quickly and so cheaply, and so for fun, that they were pretty terrible. But nevertheless, I am still interested in the world of webcomics, and Smack Jeeves doesn't give its users any way of monetizing their work. And one day I learned about another website called mangamagazine.net, I think it was. That site unfortunately does not exist anymore. That was, I think, the first platform, maybe I'm wrong, but definitely one of the first platforms where comic book artists and comic artists could earn some money through the internet. They would publish and host comics, and based on how many people followed you and supported you, you could graduate to a new tier of artists. There were 3 tiers, I think. Regular, I don't know what that was called, and featured and premium. Featured artists would get some perks, like I don't remember exactly, but their subdomain maybe, and a place where they could put their store, where they could sell some merchandise or stuff like that. And premium members would actually be paid by the website. That was an interesting financial plan that website had. Unfortunately, it went down under, and it first changed its name to Ink Blazers. I guess they thought that we are not just a website for manga, so we better change our name to something different. And it turned out that, yeah, maybe it did work for a while, but the model wasn't stable and they closed down. At least that's my reasoning to why they closed down. And something different opened, which was this tapastic.com, which now has become an app, which is called tapasmedia.com, or not .com, just tapasmedia, which allows comic book artists to monetize their comics in 3 different ways: through donations, through you can make it so, for example, the first few issues of your comic are free, and then the next few are paid. So readers can unlock parts of your comic by paying you. And there's a third way, I don't remember now exactly. I think it's contributions from the fans, which is just donations again. I'm not really entirely sure. But there are 3 ways, and they boast that they are kind of like YouTube, but for comics. I kind of rediscovered the website recently, now that I have thought about making a comic based on Rebels Unite. Been reading a few comics there, pretty good stuff. But it's still kind of small. There's not really a lot there, at least. That's maybe not sure. Maybe that's not true. It's probably that they tend to spotlight the same comics. That's probably what it is. Alright, that's cool website. Just wanted to share my knowledge about that. And if I'm ever going to release a comic on Rebels Unite, or Multiverse for that matter, it will probably release on Tapastic, as well as our website. And maybe it will help us gain a bigger audience. I don't know. We'll have to see. Okay, so probably this will be all in the shade. And let's just do it like that. And pretend that the lighting follows. Like, I'm not sure that this actually works with the lighting that we have, but kind of. This character is the only one that has so much exposed skin, like skin other than his hands and or face. Like he has actual limbs exposed, which is kind of different. There you go. I think that is all right. Maybe let's do this, just so there's a bit more shade there. Okay, and we did the other arm. I think we need to do like things like this. I guess there can be some light here, why not? A bit less. Maybe even we can do it like this. No, should be the other way around. Okay. And sure, why not have some light there? And now let's continue with the highlights on the face. It's taking a bit longer than I expected. I think I will, I mean, I have to finish today. How many times am I going to to say this is my final live stream? No, this is my final live stream. No, it's going to be today. It's a bit challenging when nobody's watching, though. I am live, though, am I not? I am. Oh, I guess I've been just an hour, streaming for an hour, so not that long. I think I can manage in time, especially because the second character, the spy, won't take as long to draw. Okay, now let's take this color. I thought I took it already. And draw some highlights. There's not going to be many. Probably around it, close to it. Yep, seems about right. There you go. Well, maybe I can do it like this. There you go. Okay. And now for other shading. Let's go with the white of the eye. I will use this color. There you go. And I think this should be also implemented. I don't know why I didn't shade the teeth on the woman rebel leader. I guess I can do it right now. What am I drawing? Oh, that's actually the right player. Sure. Looks all right. Save. And that's it for the eyes and the teeth. And I think the same color can be used for here, for the letters there. Let's not do that quite yet. We need a darker shade for the brown of his beard and staff, or stick. And for that we'll use, where is it? Police officer. I'll take this color. Same here. Oh, hello, Jim Bob Joe. Great to have you here. I've been talking to myself for the past hour, then suddenly I stopped talking to myself. How's it going? Sorry I started a bit late this time, but it's not like anybody was waiting, I guess. Maybe they were and decided to do other things while I was live streaming. Either way, today is going to be the last live stream for Rebels Unite, because I'm almost done with the characters. I'll show you really quickly, I'm pretty sure. And you can later watch the recording. I've talked a lot about the future of live streams on this channel. Okay, that's done. Now let's shade the beard a bit. That's probably not correct. Maybe something like this. Probably follow these lines. That's all right. Okay, so this will all be shaded. It's unfortunate that I cannot really fill it in all in one blow because it's on different layers, but that's okay. It's not a big chunk of beard. I wanted to ask you, since you're here, did you get notified in any way that I was live? Because I don't think I have any way of verifying that. How did you just check my YouTube page and found out that I was live streaming, or did you follow the link that I sent out to my Facebook friends? Or how did you join this live stream? Because I'm kind of thinking about maybe going back to Twitch, just because YouTube really hates me using music that has copyright protection. And Twitch is a bit more lax with that, and at least the videos don't get muted, and if something gets muted, it's just the portion where the song plays and not the entire thing. So I can still work around that and maybe export a piece of the video to YouTube and not like lose the entire thing like last time. This Thursday, I lost my entire stream due to YouTube being so uptight. Plus, it's not like I can file a complaint and get a response from a person. Everything is automated. I like this beard and how it looks. It's a nice color. What else? Oh, I probably can add a little more of a highlight on his limbs. I forgot to do that. I had seen that you posted a video, so I clicked on your channel and it said you were live streaming. That I posted a video. Where did you see it? Was it on YouTube? I didn't post a video. The last video I posted that I didn't end up... okay, the last video I posted was my latest live stream, but it was taken down by myself because I don't want to leave a video without any audio just hanging there without any context. So I decided to pull it from the channel. That was the last video that I released, but the video before that, I guess it had to be another live stream, but it was maybe a week from now already, so I don't know what you're referring to necessarily. Such shiny arms. I guess this can be... oh no, it doesn't work that way. Maybe there can be a few highlights there. One there. Something that follows some sort of body shape, maybe here. It said you did, but it said live stream next to it. But was it, where did you find that out? Was it on Facebook or YouTube or where? I'm trying to piece this information together. I clicked on your subscription icon and went to your channel. And it looked like a regular video, but it said it was a live stream next to it, YouTube. Oh, okay. So it tells you when okay, so if I know you are a subscriber, so if you're a subscriber, YouTube tells you when that person is going live. That's actually really, really good. That's a good point to staying on YouTube, if it does that. I guess it makes sense. Why shouldn't YouTube encourage this sort of thing? They should promote their own streaming services. So I guess that could be a good way of promoting them. YouTube. There you go. Okay, so enough with the highlights. Let's move on to shading. Okay, let's take this color. And I guess this would be a good shade for it. A bit light, maybe a tiny bit darker. Check. Yeah, it probably works. This will be all in the dark. So let me just show you what I've been drawing these last few live streams. So this is the male rebel leader. Originally I wanted him to look like me, but then I decided no, that's too egotistical. It's just a random guy. And there's this character which is the spy. When do you expect Rebels Unite will be for sale? Well, I expect that you will be able to buy it really soon, and by really soon I mean tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, but like almost now, you'll be able to pre-order it. And right now I'm just finishing to draw all these characters. Like the background is this one, and I'll just post different characters on top of that background. Here are they. So I'm really almost done. I have everything ready. I need just to design the box, I guess, but that's nothing compared to what I did. I just have to first the store on the website already works, so you'll be able to buy it as soon as we activate it, and you can just check on the YouTube on Chalk Media in these recent, like in tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, it should be live around that period of time. I don't know when exactly it will come to you, because I will be printing it where I live, and it will take a long time. First, it needs to be printed out. That will take some time. And then we will mail it to you, we will ship it to you. And depending on where you live, it will come with a certain delay. But still, relatively soon. That's awesome. I wanted to release, what's it called, a trailer for Rebels Unite. I don't have the time to hire actors or pseudo actors for a trailer, so I didn't do any of that, but still, I should have at least released a weekly sketch vlog with the news. Didn't do that either. So I guess it's kind of a bit of a surprise for many people. I will release an update this week saying that you and anybody who's interested can buy the game. And it won't be all that much money. It will be pretty cheap. My intention is to mainly get the word out there that I'm a designer. Look at me, I do cool stuff like this other game, which isn't out yet, Multiverse Cosmic Conquest. Check it out. Maybe become a fan of that game. It's mostly for PR reasons, but of course, if we manage to get a bit of money, a bit of a return, that would be awesome, of course. And the game itself is really fun, so that's another plus. You should probably watch the entirety of the live stream once it's finished. I talk a lot about the release of Rebels Unite. So yeah, we're really close. We found the typography that is going to to print out the game, and now I guess once I will have the first batch of cards and of small. I have to say that the game itself is really small. It's kind of just a pack of cards. It all fits in something like this. Maybe for the trailer, you could have a simple animation like the MTG trailers. I guess I could do that. I was more thinking of dressing people up in this sort of outfit. If you're talking about the Rebels Unite trailer, and just have them stare at each other and maybe give themselves parcels of information, and then suddenly one of them shows police badge, and everybody else starts to run away when one of the people cries out, "Rebels, unite!" And maybe shows something like the banner or something. And it says, "Rebels unite on this website at this time," or something. I don't know. I haven't really thought that through too much. And I don't know that we'll do the trailer, but I guess now that I have a bit more time, I can think about it. Now that I won't be dealing with work on Rebels Unite, I can do that. It will cost, we're kind of figuring it out. We think $5, $5 US. Maybe a bit more, a bit less, depends on the shipping. But we're going for that sum of money. It is a small game after all. That was actually the whole plan. That you don't need dice, you don't need any other, don't need miniatures, any other, what's it called? You just need the cards and you can play the game. You need a bunch of friends, and the game is simple enough to learn, especially if you're sober. Last time we played, everybody was a bit tipsy, and I had to explain the rules a few times because they're not. They were original. People never played anything like it, and I probably shouldn't have said that it kind of. I said that this game is kind of similar to Mafia, and that's probably when a lot of people zoned out and thought that, oh, I know that game, I played it, that's simple. It's not exactly like Mafia. I shouldn't have said that. It's barely anything like Mafia. The only thing that it has in common is that, I guess, the theme a bit, and the fact that each person has one card that represents their character. And that's about all that they have in common. That is an amazing price. I bet people would buy for more. Well, that's shipping not included. So I don't know how much money it will actually cost, but we will get $5 from each sale. And since it was all done by one person, I think it's... I mean, don't tell anybody that it was done by one person, but it's okay even if it doesn't cost all that much. Even if it's a bit cheaper than the games that are similar, maybe, but done by more than one person. Oh, that's not true. I had playtesters. I had helpers. What I'm saying is that I don't have to pay an entire team of people to design the game. It was just me, so I can just pay myself. And again, it's mostly for getting a bit of fame, and I will be sending a lot of these decks to places like the Dice Tower for reviews, and I don't know, maybe other websites that do reviews, and some places where you could theoretically sell Rebels Unite. Although that's more sketchy. I'd probably start with reviews first, and once I get a few reviews, if they're not completely terrible, I hope not. I mean, it's a fun game. It's a time waster. That sounds bad. Kind of an old-time parlor game. Plus, I came out with a few variants. That was an interesting thing, since I was able to playtest a bit more than, not a bit more that I would want to, but a bit more than predicted, I was able to come up with different versions, different house rules that you can play with. So that's a little nice bonus. Okay. Now think this can be there. Okay. There you go. And there should be also a bit of a shading, there. Probably a bit more. We should probably go all the way down, since all of this is in the shade. Like this. I could probably go even more so outward. I should probably pick up the pace. I've been too busy talking. Okay. Actually, that looks fine. It's a bit jagged. I guess it should be jagged though. Okay, fine. That's all right. The only criticism I have is that I don't think the card title is bold or bright enough. I actually was going to finish up like this, the logo, maybe not this particular version, but the original logo. Let's open it, by the way. I think it's not even here. It's probably here and web. No. Oh, yes. Rebels Unite logo 1, for example. It is bold. It's white and black, and this nice red color. But I don't like all of the details here. A few things I change. Probably do this. This I don't like. Make it a bit more cohesive. But not right now. It will be a bit more defined. I mean, the civilian title, the logo is great to me. The actual title, I guess so, yeah. I think there needs to be a good font. That's the main thing. I don't think I have a good font for that, for the description of the character title, let's say. Have to find one online soon. Okay, that's good. And okay, what else do we need? We need shading for the pants. I think I have one here. That will be this color. And let's shade the pants really quickly. Maybe that's a bit too quickly. I went in and swooped. Not thinking too much. So I was talking earlier about how I'm going to start Multiverse Cosmic Conquest live streams again, since now I'm almost done with Rebels Unite. Probably start next Tuesday, maybe Thursday. I'm not sure about the schedule. Actually, I'm thinking that since I will probably be able to do only once a week, it will probably go back to Sunday streams, remember? I think you participated in a couple of them. way back then. Maybe not. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, they will probably be on Sundays again. And I have a few planned out really soon. So that's always interesting. I won't be able to, like, I will be able to work a bit more on Multiverse, but not a lot more. The reason being is that the school year is almost over, and is I really need to focus on my thesis and finishing finishing university. So that's why I'm trying to finish Rebels Unite as fast as possible and move on to my primary duties. But still, I think I may have enough time to do one live stream a week. The thing is that, oh, whoa, what's going on? That Rebels Unite already has some fans, even though nobody knows how to play it. Because I've specifically kept it a secret. And Multiverse, most people know how to play, but they cannot... okay, let me explain really quickly why I tell people how to play Multiverse and not how to play Rebels Unite. The reason is very simple, actually. I'm not sure if I should be telling you this, but I think it's fine. Rebels Unite is a relatively simple game. You only need the cards and the rules to play. You need to know the rules and have the cards. But in theory, if you know the rules, you can just print out the cards, or not even use the actual official cards. You can just print out the names of the characters on a piece of paper and play to your heart's desire. Meanwhile, Multiverse, even though I don't tell everything about Multiverse, but I explain the major concepts and what the concept is, what the game is about, how you play it mostly. Even though now I've kind of pulled back a bit with revealing all of the rules and the cards, by the way. You need actual cards to play. You can't just have a piece of paper with. I guess you can have pieces of paper with written Lava Planet or Forest Planet, but not actual cards, because if you don't know what the cards do, how can you play and how can you build decks? Did you do a playtest for Multiverse? It was really fun. I didn't. I played a bit online with some fans, but I just couldn't get my friends to come over and playtest. Whoa, what's going on? Oh, okay. Yeah, everything is working. Unfortunately, I couldn't playtest in real life. I just had to playtest with some of you guys, which is even better, honestly, getting to playtest with the fans. It's really something else. And I learned a few things. I'll probably talk about them in the next Multiverse Cosmic in the next what's it called? Let's make a trading card game. A bit tired. But unfortunately, I didn't do a lot of testing, so I can't really show that in the next video. But there's still quite some amount of work done for Multiverse, and I'll show you that and some of my thoughts on some of the changes that need to be done to the game. And hopefully I will put in some footage of the live streams, because I'm kind of banking on these live streams, because otherwise I don't have all that footage for the next episode. I've been very much focused on Rebels Unite. Plus, I've had all sorts of freelance work. I'm still working on some extra work. I don't know why I take this. People ask me, "Oh, you can draw. Can you draw a logo for me, for my, I don't know, for my band or for whatever?" And I say, "Yeah, sure, why not?" Instead of saying, "I have no time." I don't think that the pants look all that great, honestly. Okay, this can be all in the shade. I don't care about that. Even a bit more. And I guess can be a few creases, and then this can be in the shade. Oh, one more thing that I talked about earlier, and I would like to hear your opinion about it, and everybody else, is I am interested in releasing a comic with characters for Rebels Unite, because I think we can come up with a pretty interesting story. I mean, the story kind of writes itself, almost. I would also be really cool. It'd also be really cool if you made a lot of artistic spotlights for Multiverse. What do you mean, artistic spotlights? Not sure I follow. Either way, there we go. This is almost done. What am I missing? I'm missing the flag and the shoes. For the shoes, I think this is the right color, actually. Let's use this one. And it won't take all that long. Maybe I'll add another color for the shoelaces. Hey, Foat Nation! Great to have you here. A comic would be awesome. I know, right? It can, first of all, it can help sell the game, and the game can help promote the comic, so it's a mutually beneficial thing. Of course, both the game and the comic need to be at least moderately successful for it to work, or at least mildly successful, because if the game gets horrible reviews, then I'm screwed. I'm pretty confident that the game will get decent reviews. I mean, it is my first game after all, so even if it's not perfect, I won't be discouraged future games. But it's fun, and that's really the most important thing. And it has some strategic depth to it, if you really want to add it. It would be cool if you showed us all of your card arts that you make in Multiverse. Well, eventually you'll get to see all of them, and I think you might even get to see all of them before the game is released. So, while I draw them, I'll probably show them just like Vasily's art. I'll show my own art for the game. The thing is that I haven't drawn anything for Multiverse yet. I've been so focused on designing the cards and all of that, the design and development, that I didn't even start drawing cards. And the reason is mostly because who else is going to work on the development and the design if not me? So first you need to do the design, then the art. I mean, first design, then development, testing, all of that, then the art. But I will show a lot of card art in the future, not too long from now, thinking that once I do the new six color symbols, because I'll have to redo them, and once I redo the new, wow, I'm blanking on words, the layout for the card, I will just have to start drawing art if I'm going to continue these live streams. I don't promise too much, but I can promise maybe 3 or 4 live streams before the year is over, maybe even more. We'll see. It all depends on my thesis and how much I'll have to work during the month of May and June, mostly May, to finish it. But one thing that I can say confidently is this summer you'll be getting a lot more Multiverse Cosmic Conquest, because this summer, starting this summer and going on onto next year, the next school year, I will have nothing else stopping me from working on Multiverse, unless I happen to get some other freelance work. But compared to what I'm going through right now, that is nothing. That is really not that much work at all. So just wait until next year, if you can. And still, even though right now I objectively don't have the time to work on Multiverse, I still manage to release, I'd say, a decent Let's Make a Trading Card game every month. Do you like the latest Let's Make a Trading Card games? I don't watch my older ones unless I have to, but compared to, I don't know, let's say your favorite Let's Make a Trading Card game, which, by the way, which episode is your favorite? That's an interesting question. Compared to your favorite, what do you say, episode 20 or 21 rank? You showed us the Galaxy cards every time a new one comes out. Yeah, I will continue showing them, if not all, then at least most of the new art as soon as it comes out. Or maybe not exactly as soon as it comes out, but I'll stagger it in a way that you'll get a steady stream of art. Right now I'm releasing them once every 4 or 5 days. So if I can keep that up, I think that's good pace. Even though not every 4 or 5 days it's a completely new piece of art, but it's at least an update. It's an old incomplete piece of art that wasn't released outside of a Let's Make a Trading Card Game video. So it's kind of new. Okay, this will be all in the shade. So let's color all of that in. Probably this can be all shaded. There. And how about a bit more shade here? I enjoyed all of the Let's Make a Trading Card Game episode, but I thought that the ones with playtest sessions were really good. That's honestly what I thought as well, that the ones where it's not just me talking to the camera are the most interesting. The ones that you actually get to see the game in action are more interesting. That's why I thought that this next one would be more interesting than it will actually be, because I thought that I could put some footage of a playtest session, but this latest playtest session was kind of a flop. I wasn't really well prepared, and the cards weren't that interesting compared to the previous ones. Well, that's part of the journey, I guess. I'll have to make it up for you in the future. So like episode 5 and 6, and then I don't know when the second playtest session was, but like 5 and 6 I remember were pretty interesting. Or 5 and 7 or something. When I actually had people come over my house. They were actually a kind of a pain to do those episodes because I had to write subtitles, and especially with the older software that I used before I switched to Adobe Premiere, although it's not like I'm that much better with Premiere. Subtitles were really a pain. The one on the power curve that gave me an insight on how games were designed. That was a good one. I should go back to the power curve. I kind of abandoned it. I think I designed the new one, but then also abandoned it as well. Just because I designed this system and it works only with cards that don't have any abilities, but no card has no abilities. Like, almost every single card in the game has an extra ability, and therefore it just would almost never be relevant. So that's almost done, I think. What I'm thinking is I can add a couple more highlights. Like a bigger highlight here. Just for it to look a bit more three-dimensional. Bigger highlight there. Guess this doesn't really matter. And one more thing. The letters aren't shaded. Unless I'm missing something, I think that marks the end of this drawing. And we'll move on to the spy, which is the final character. Wow, I've already been drawing for 1 hour and 49 minutes. I'm becoming slower. Okay, let's save this. Let's move on to the spy. Now this character will be easier to draw. It won't take as much time, just because it has fewer colors, and I don't have to invent new colors for it. Like this Rebel Leader took a while to get to this color. And I think I'll fix a few things later, off stream. But we have to move on with this character, which I kept secret until the very end. And if you go back to the descriptions of Rebels Unite, you'll never see the spy figure in any of the descriptions. Like when I say what the game is about, you never hear me talk about the spy. And that was intentional. Because that is... One thing I will say about the spy is that it is the wild card of the game. And you're never quite sure who he's playing for. What side he or she is playing for. Which I find quite interesting, that there is such a character. Although, even that's not entirely true. The simple citizens also can be for one or the other side, but usually you're able to find out pretty easily who they play with. But the spy is kind of different. And there's usually one spy playing, unless you're playing like in 16 players or 20 players, then you'll need a couple of spies. One thing that I have to say is that I didn't end up playtesting the game with more than 12 players. But it should work. It should. Everything says to me that it should work, and it should work just as well, by the way. It would just be a bit longer. But otherwise, everything else should work. The one on the power curve, okay. Let me just check. Oh no, that's all you wrote. Okay. All right. Now we have a few more people watching. And the reason is probably because people in the United States are waking up on a Sunday morning. I guess morning or day. 9 o'clock or 6 p.m. GMT was when I would usually start my live streams back when they were Sunday streams, you know, the multiverse streams. So I guess maybe we'll get to see some of my old pals from those days. If they decide to join. So I'm thinking that this coat shouldn't be the same color as the coats of the police officers, just because you may mistake him for a police officer. So I'll have to either find a different color or create a different color. I would rather use an existing color if I have the choice. How will Rebels Unite be able to be purchased? You will be able to pre-order it starting tomorrow, or at the tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. We'll have to... I'm not making any promises, but it will be really soon. Like literally, or either tomorrow or the day after. On the website. And that will be the easiest way to do it. Because after that, I will try to sell it in other ways, in shops, like physical places, but who knows when you'll be able to buy them from there. The easiest way is just to buy it from the website. Now, I think this color may fit. Maybe the hat can be a different color, but if we have a bigger brush, what do you think about this? Yeah, it's a dark brown. I don't want to have it just be black. I think this color works really well with the background that we have. And honestly, I should probably create another shade for, a darker version of this color for the shading, because this is the only color that has no darker shade. And once this live stream is over, I will have to fix up a few details and like give shading where there isn't any in some places. Just, comb over all of the details and all of the problems that I have here and there. Make sure everything looks nice. So maybe not, well, who knows, maybe you'll even be able to purchase it today. Maybe not today, no, that's a stretch, but tomorrow or the day after. And it will be released officially, I'm not really sure when. It depends on how much time it will take to print out. And depending on how much time it will take to print out and how much time it will take to ship to your house, that will determine when you will actually get the physical game. But you'll be able to buy it really soon for around $5. Not entirely sure right now. But I'm pretty sure that if not exactly $5, it will be around that number. Plus shipping. Okay. Let's just cover all of this with one color, and then we can draw this with one stroke. What about his hat? Should his hat be exactly the same color as his coat? Maybe. Probably. Just so it's consistent. There we go. And I don't quite like his shoes, but I shouldn't be telling you these things. I'm supposed to say, oh yeah, everything is under control. Everything is exactly as planned. And once the game is released, and once I get my hands on some decks, I will be able to send them out to different people that will be able to make some reviews. Hopefully the Dice Tower will be able, that will be a great thing. There's a very, I don't know what I'm saying. They have they have a big following on YouTube, and probably they have their own site. I'm not all that knowledgeable about them, but I'll try to get as many reviews as possible from YouTubers and from different websites that deal with indie games and board games and tabletop games, all of that, to generate a bit of enthusiasm for the game. Hopefully they will give good reviews. And then maybe based on those reviews, I can go on and try and sell the game to physical stores and maybe some web stores. Although I prefer to sell the game on the web only on my website, so that people will have to go to the website to buy the game. See, it's taking a lot less to draw this guy. I told you. By the way, he is based off of the spy, the double agent in my last commission, the album. By the way, I can actually show you the album. I have it right here. Not right here. but if you give me 30 seconds, I'll show you. Let's zoom out and don't go away. Stay for 30 seconds, maybe less. Aha! It was much less than 30 seconds. So last Sunday, by the way, last Sunday I didn't end up streaming because I was invited at the concert of this band that was presenting their album, Caperucita Roja. Let me show. Okay, there it is. There's the album. There's the back with all of the songs. All of the credits, and I'm right there at the bottom. If you can read Russian, which I don't know that everybody can read. Anyway, I'm right down here at the bottom. I put myself there, and it's signed. So that's really cool that I got to do this. Actually, a really good CD. Recommended. Although if you don't speak Russian, then probably it's not as impressive because you need to understand the words. But still, it's good music. Kind of art rock. There you go. Okay, going back here. Let's take this yellow color for the handle, just so it will stand out. By the way, this handle is done in the style of the Riddler. I thought that I would incorporate okay, there's the exclamation point, and this is the question mark. Question mark in the design of this character because it's a mystery who he is. I just thought that it would be a neat addition to the design. I'll probably change the color of this small piece. And how about the shoes and the rest there. Socks. Not socks. Just take this color. That should probably work. It's kind of different from this other, but it's similar enough that it doesn't stand out too much. Actually, this color would probably work for the shoes as well. I don't have all that many different shades. Okay, let's cover all of this dark brown color. And then we'll figure out a few things. I just want to get this over with so we can celebrate the release of Rebels Unite. Yeah, there will be probably different colors, but still. Ooh, let's give him dark shades. Even more mysterious. And the umbrella umbrella can either be this pink color that I didn't use anywhere else, just as a gag. This is a joke. Or it can be a different color. I don't know. What interesting colors do we have? I guess no, it doesn't fit with the theme. We have red here. More pink, more yellow, blue. I guess this blue works fine. I don't know what I thought about this pink umbrella. Which isn't really blue, it's purple. Just very desaturated. Okay, nothing new. Also, probably I can get away with coloring this in this blue shade. There's a darker shade as well, so I'll probably add that as well. And why not use this color right there. Now I have this gray color there. Let's take it. Here and here. And for the buttons, you can just use a lighter brown, I guess. Maybe this. A more reddish brown. And I think this is, oh, not great. What about this color for the shoes? Yeah, it's a bit more eccentric, but I guess it works. Let's keep the socks dark brown. And I'm a bit tired, so I'm rushing this. Been working today. Okay, now next layer. For the highlights, the shadows. Okay. First, let's take this color for the shadows. Most of his face will be in the shadows. As he, first of all, he is trying not to get noticed. Secondly, he is literally in the shadows. It's probably all dark. Most of his face will be dark, like this. Okay, any other exposed skin? No. Then the hair. I guess we don't have a shade that's darker than this. We'll have to add one. So it's kind of a ginger. Interesting. Also probably this. I actually like how it looks. His actual face and design. I think it fits. Maybe not all of the colors, but at least this part, I really like how it looks compared to this guy, for example. Although, no, the face also looks all right. Okay, so I don't have a darker shade for all of this. We'll just do that off stream. So just to finish off, let's take a darker shade. Okay, take this one and use it for the glove. I should probably take a smaller, use a smaller brush. All right. Okay, this is going to be all dark. This is going to be dark. This is going to be dark. The shadows. Plus, most of this will be covered. I just don't want it to. Can I just cover it up all throughout here? It will look a lot better, in my opinion. Gets the idea across that that is further away, even if it's not necessarily in the shadows. Since it's a color that it's a darker color, it kind of artificially pushes the image further away. That's another little technique you can use. Doesn't work every time, depends on the context. Sure. There you go. There. And a few more. Things there. Okay. Nice. The other hand is hidden. Perfect. Almost like I did it on purpose. And zoom out. Zoom out. Let's go back here. Forgot about this. And I forgot about these. have to grab this darker color. I'm almost done. Stay with me. There you go. And okay, so all of this will have a darker shade. Now we have the darker shade for this. I'm pretending as if I cannot just continue. It's just that I'm really, really tired, and I want to call this the last live stream. Although, I guess I don't have to, but I just want to move on. Okay, this is all dark. This is all keeping it dark. Sure. Why not? And this is all dark. Except for the parts that aren't. Fill this in. Hope that nothing. No, it doesn't work. Okay. All right. Cool. Let's just take this. Let's do that. Sure. And yeah. What else? What else is left? Is that it? The shoes. The shoes. Let me check if I have a darker shade of this color. What is this? What color is this? What's this? Oh, I do not. Okay, I'll have to do some radical thinking. Bam. Okay. Problem solved, I guess. Yeah, why not? Let's have him match. Okay, his shoes match his hat, that match his everything. Monochrome. Nice. Let's zoom out. Save this guy. Oh. Let's see, he's saved. And there it is. We have the entire crew. Old man civilian. Actually, no. Male civilian. Male police officer. Woman civilian. Woman police officer. Let's zoom out a bit. Woman rebel leader. Male rebel leader. And spy. And here we are. We have finished with the characters. Everything is done. And you will be able to pre-order the game the next few days. I will probably post a lot of updates on all of my social media and YouTube if I manage to release a video, an update on when you'll be able to pre-order the game on www.talkheartsmedia.com /store, I guess, or just go there and go to the store. So, I don't know. It's been really awesome working on this game. Each card will use the same background. Well, let's just, for the sake of seeing how it looks, take this guy, copy, put him here. Sure, nice. There he is. He fits the back. He fits. Get rid of him. Perfect. He stands on his own. I like the dynamic pose. Like, it's not really dynamic, but I made it dynamic for. Like, there's this diagonal, this line, all of these straight lines. And let's do the same for this guy. I don't know if I did it or not. Let's take him, Control-C, and put him there. Sure. There he is. Again, fits. I guess he fits a bit less because his colors are a bit less brownish. I guess I could give him brown pants. A lighter brown pants. I think that will work better. So there are a few things that I need to still tweak, but mostly everything is done. Definitely I won't be designing any more characters, at least in the immediate future. So that is Rebels Unite. The game is done. It's very fun. I hope that you will buy it and play it and maybe review it. That would be really helpful, and then spread the word to your friends and to maybe different websites that can help spread the word about Rebels Unite and Multiverse. What else? I'd like to thank my parents. That's it. Thanks for watching, for staying with me all this time, and have fun playing Rebels Unite. See you next time. Keep it up.